Well, now you guys get to see the behind the scenes stress, but hopefully this video does eventually get out. If you are watching this, then yeah, this video did get out. So please do like for my efforts.
4 hours later and this is still not worked. No progress. So yeah, I just hope you guys appreciate this video. That's all I'm gonna say, because this has been so much effort and time wasting. But yeah, hopefully eventually it does work. I don't know. I've been trying to upload this since yesterday, 26 hours now, but we shall see.
What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, back with another video for you guys today. Now in today's video, we're giving you guys 7 different industries which are hot and ready to boom. Now these 7 industries you can make money with now going forward throughout the year. But when I say these sectors are about to boom, trust me when I say these sectors are going to be hot, and throughout 2021 you're going to see many opportunities arise in all these areas. Now I know there are many of you out there just like me who are waiting on our 3rd stimulus check. You know, Biden's already been in office a couple of days. We're like, when is the 3rd stimulus check coming? But you don't have to wait on that. You can start making money now by diving into a few of these sectors, and with some research, a little bit of practice, and of course some application, you guys will be making money in no time. Now before we dive into those 7 different sectors, I do want to say there are a few catalyst indicators on why these sectors will boom. Now for those of you who are stock market investors out there, do remember that these sectors I talk about today can also be related to the stock market. So if you know some stocks that belong to certain sectors, go have a look. If you're not a stock market investor, that's also fine. You can still make your money either way. But like I said, there are different indicators like, you know, a new president in office, a stimulus bill coming, certain laws being passed, what's going on in the world, the fact that we're in a pandemic. All of these different factors actually have an influence on different sectors in the world. And of course, that's why there is money to be made in all of these growing industries. So let's dive straight into it. 1. Social media. Now, social media is in this day and age, it's just growing. You know, you have so many different platforms out there. You have Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok. You have so many different platforms. And you know what? It's not going to stop anytime soon. Social media is growing rapidly. Now, why do I mention social media? Well, the reason I gave it first is because you guys all know social media, and I'm sure there are many of you out there who scroll through social media aimlessly every single day. Now, let me tell you this. Social media is a bunch of platforms where you can get people's attention, catch people's eye, put things in front of people's eyes, repost your work, repost other people's work, grow your business, grow your brand, pay for ads, promos. Social media is a place where there's so much money fluctuating. If there are any of you guys out there who are influencers, and I know there's a few who comment on my channels, you guys have a huge platform. Use that, monetize that. I'm not saying you have to monetize everything you do, but if you've got a platform like social media and you've got a large following, why not use that to your advantage? You can sell something, whether that's yours or someone else's. You can create a product, create a brand, increase your personal brand, increase growth, get people to pay for shoutouts. Social media is a huge platform and there's so much opportunity there. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. The time we spend wasting, scrolling, doing nothing aimlessly could be the time that we're networking, marketing, building, promoting ourselves. It could be the time that we're using social media to generate ourselves some income. It is that simple. And I'm pretty sure all of you out there, or at least 99% of you out there, have some form of social media. Now, you might not be big on any of those platforms, but it's fine. You can grow your following. It might take a few months, it might take a year, but social media is there to be used and social media is there to be monetized. Throughout 2020, I said social media was going to grow. It did grow. We saw platforms like TikTok taking off, you know, helping artists when it comes to their music, helping people become influencers. TikTok really took off. Now, it doesn't mean there's a certain platform that will take off in 2021, but all these platforms are going to continue growing. That is not going to stop. There's no doubt about it. I've said the same thing 1,000 different times and I'll say it again. Social media is there to be taken advantage of. Use your phone wisely, use your platforms wisely. Make the most of your time in quarantine, make the most of the time you're using on your phone, and make yourself some money out of social media in 2021. 2. Artificial intelligence. Now, you might have heard about AI recently, but I tell you what, in this period we're living in, it's like artificial intelligence is taking off. There's so much opportunity when it comes to artificial intelligence. And if you don't know what artificial intelligence is, all those chatbots, digital assistants, biometric scanners, fingerprints, even your Face ID, all of that stuff is down to artificial intelligence. And it's getting even better and even more common. So just to explain artificial intelligence a little bit more, it's stuff like your predictive maintenance. So improving, you know, how something is created with minimal time, minimal costs. It goes down to process optimization. So that's getting things done without having the lags, without having the glitches, that sort of stuff. It goes down to machine learning, personalized manufacturing. So that's like getting stuff done, not just for the sake of it, but having things produced which are more unique and directly related to you. That is what artificial intelligence is. It's all those things I mentioned. It's all the machine learning, it's all the predictive maintenance, it's all the optimizing of costs, it's all of that kind of stuff. All of that is growing. That sector is booming. And in the next decade, the market for artificial intelligence is expected to double. Now that is crazy. So all these things we're doing with these optimized processes and getting everything done quicker, more efficient, is going to continue. Now you guys probably know about artificial intelligence or the stuff that I'm talking about as more something that belongs mainly in the tech industry. But it's not that. It's starting to go into retail, banking industry. It's starting to move around. And artificial intelligence is growing. It's in the banking sector. It's in retail. It's in insurance. It's in the automotive sector. It is booming. It is moving. So don't think it's just purely for technology industries. It is moving to many different industries, many different sectors. Now there are some of you guys out there who know I invest in the stock market. And if you think about the fact that I purchased Lemonade, I swing trade Lemonade, and I also bought in shares of Lemonade, well, guess what? Lemonade is artificial intelligence. That is an artificial intelligence based insurance company. So there you have it. There are also stocks out there which you can purchase which are to do with artificial intelligence. Again, artificial intelligence is a huge sector which is becoming smarter, modernizing, and a large part of our future. Definitely look into artificial intelligence. 3, health and nutrition. Now, you guys know when it comes to health and nutrition these days, there's so much going on. You have pescatarians, you have vegans, you have vegetarians, you have all sorts of people out there. Now, the reason they're doing this is because they're trying different things out and they're realizing, you know what, this is healthier, this is better for me. There's a reason that non-GMO products are starting to really pick up steam. There's a reason that stocks like the Tattooed Chef and Beyond Meat are being talked about a lot. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, this is not all about stocks, but I'm just giving you guys an indication of what's to come. So back to nutrition and health. Well, people want to be healthy. People want to get the right nutrition for their bodies. People are tired of being obese, living short lives. People obviously want to become wealthy. I always talk about wealth, increasing your income, taking care of your finances. But what's the point in doing all of that if you're not healthy? If you don't take care of your nutrition? I'm telling you guys, it's way better to take care of your nutrition from an early age than wait till you're 50, 60 and your body's not functioning properly. It's way better for you guys to spend some money on things that are actually good for you instead of the cheap options which are just more convenient. So why am I saying the health and nutrition industry is great for you guys and what can you guys do there? Well, any of you guys out there who have tried different programs, start showing the results, create your own program, start making money off it. It is possible, but it's a sector that is hot right now. I mean, just the other day I got a new book with a bunch of different vegan recipes, and I tell you what, people are trying all sorts of stuff now. Now, I've had some vegan food before. In fact, I had some a few days ago, and that stuff can be good. You just need the right recipes. You just need to know what you're doing. And like I said, if you try these things out, you might slim down. You try these things out, you might feel a lot healthier. You know, there are different things that can happen, but it depends on who you are and what you do. If you're in the fitness industry, health and nutrition is also a huge part of that. Now, I don't want to dive too much into fitness industry today, but I am saying again, check out health and nutrition. It is going to be booming throughout 2021. Now, actually right now I'm fasting, so I don't really want to talk too much about food, but yeah, health and nutrition is definitely a sector to look into and definitely a sector which is going to continue to be hot going forward. 4, cryptocurrency. Now, what exactly is cryptocurrency and why is everyone talking about it? Well, cryptocurrency is basically a decentralized currency, meaning it's an encrypted digital cash system, so you're not holding anything and there's not really anywhere you can go to, let's say, take it out. So why have we been hearing about cryptocurrency so much and what kind of cryptocurrencies are there? Well, you have Bitcoin, you have Ethereum, you have Litecoin. Now, I'm sure you guys have heard of Bitcoin. You might not have heard of Ethereum or Litecoin, but there are so many different cryptocurrencies out there. Of course, you also have other cryptocurrencies like Ripple or Stellar, but cryptocurrency itself is definitely an industry to look into throughout 2021. Now, there are many people out there who are very pessimistic about crypto. They think it's all a bubble, they think it's all a hoax. It is definitely not that. There are also people who are very optimistic on crypto, and they will make you feel like because you didn't get crypto back in 2013, you didn't mine it 5-6 years ago, that you've missed out. That is not the case. Cryptocurrency is still booming right now, and I think it will continue to boom going forward. If you look at something like Bitcoin, yes, it has a very high price, and you're not going to go out and buy one Bitcoin. But if you look at something like Ethereum, it is slowly on the rise, it is slowly making gains, and it's secretly doing what Bitcoin did a few years ago. Now, cryptocurrency kind of performs in a similar way to stocks, but I will say the difference is, again, you're not investing in an actual company. So it's a lot more difficult to predict what kind of patterns you're going to see with a cryptocurrency, but certain cryptocurrencies out there, like I mentioned, are definitely undervalued at this point. You guys know that, if you put your money into something and you invest in something, your aim is to get more money back. When it comes to Bitcoin, that is definitely something I have done in the past. Now, the first time I bought cryptocurrency was about 3 years, January 2018. And since then, of course, the price of Bitcoin has steadily gone up. Now, last year, actually, January 2020, I sold some of my Bitcoin, and there are 2 different mistakes I want to point out there. Firstly, the fact that I actually took money out of Bitcoin. And secondly, the fact that I didn't buy more throughout the year. Now, Bitcoin has risen a lot more than when I first bought it, but that is also a good thing because it means my money has grown. If you guys want to know some cryptocurrency platforms out there, you have Binance, you have Bittrex, you have Coinbase. You guys can go check those out. But cryptocurrency is definitely something you want to do a little bit of research on and not to get too intimidated or afraid of just because of what people are saying. Again, it's an industry which is going to continue booming, and I think in the future we're going to see a lot more people using cryptocurrency to purchase things. But for now, in 2021, after you've done your research, it's definitely a good place to start looking to put your money in if you want to see it grow. 5. Cannabis. Now, you guys may have seen on the news yesterday that Jay-Z is investing money into minority-owned cannabis startups. So I don't know, he's investing around $10 million into it, but that's kind of an indication of certain things to come. Now, I'm not purely saying it because of Jay-Z, of course. That would be a very lazy way to look at things. But what I will say is that does point out something that we already knew. There's a lot of money in the cannabis business overall. So cannabis previously was a hot sector, but it's still a super hot sector going into Biden's presidency and 2021. Now, we all know there are a lot of people out there who want to be able to go to the local dispensary and legally purchase marijuana. We all know that. But in most states, that is not the case right now. However, it is starting to become slowly legalized in a few different states. So, not everybody has to go on the street and try and get things off the black market. Not everybody has to go and ask, the man next door, the plug for, the hookup. But what I will say is, if and once it becomes federally legalized, it is going to be huge. I tell you what, if Biden signs that executive order to legalize cannabis on a federal level, then I'm sure we'll be seeing not only things getting high in the streets, but also in the stock market. So those of you who are looking out for stocks, definitely check out Tilray, Aurora, check out Canopy. There are many different ones out there. Planet 13 is another one, which is a little bit uncommon, but again, these are all great cannabis stocks to check out and eventually invest your money in. Now, if you look at different cannabis stocks like Aurora or Canopy, which I just mentioned, even Tilray, the last few months, they've been up huge. And will this trend continue? In my opinion, I'm pretty sure it will. Of course, nothing is certain, so we'll have to see how it goes going forward. But like I said, if this law gets passed federally, we could definitely be seeing huge growth in this market. And like I said, if you want to see growth, then definitely don't focus on purchasing it, focus on purchasing the stocks. I'm not going to tell anyone to go and purchase it. I'm not going to tell anyone to sell it. I'm going to tell you guys, check out the stocks and also maybe support your local dispensary. But that's about it for the cannabis sector. 6, electric vehicles. Now, as I've told you guys multiple times, electric vehicles are a booming industry, especially going into this new Joe Biden era. By 2025, Joe Biden wants to have 500,000 different charging stations. Now, when it comes to electric vehicles, some electric vehicles you guys may have heard of are Tesla or NIO. Now, a lot of people are starting to see the growth and the potential when it comes to electric vehicles. Why? Well, because, for example, they're creating batteries which charge in under 5 minutes. Well, because electric vehicles will cost a lot less than petrol vehicles or gas vehicles within the next couple of years. Also because people want to start going back home from a party drunk without having to drive themselves. Yes, I know that's a crazy example and maybe not the best example, but you get what I mean. People like the convenience factor, people like the green factor, people like the fact that this is becoming more trendy and of course something which is different to what we've seen before. Electric vehicles are definitely booming. If you're a stock investor, check out XPeng, check out Lee, check out NIO, check out Nikola, check out Tesla. Do your research and decide what you want to do. But Joe Biden is working hard for the electric vehicle sector. US, China, they're working hard for the electric vehicle sector. The rest of the world will soon follow. I'm telling you guys, throughout 2021, watch this sector start booming. And for those of you who think I'm purely talking about stocks, it's not just about stocks. If you want to start changing your car, if you want to start finding what's most cost efficient, do your research because there is possibilities and opportunities out there for you to make money. Who knows, before you know it, you might see people flipping these kind of vehicles. I don't know. If you buy them at a certain price point now, potentially they could rise in value within a year, 2 years. But throughout 2021, keep your eye on the electric vehicle sector because that is one sector that I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on and one sector I think will see huge growth not only in the stock market but also worldwide when it comes to numbers. 7, eSports. Now this is a different one to what I've previously talked about on this channel and this one is probably the most which is not really related to stocks at least from my perspective. So eSports, well it's an interesting one. How can you make money from eSports? Well first of all, if you want to be an eSports player, you have to be very, very good at eSports. Now, there are many different esports out there, many different games. And for those of you who don't know what esports are, well, it is playing video games online and getting paid. But like I mentioned, it's not only about being a game player here. When it comes to esports, you can be a shoutcaster, producer, you can even be an events manager of a specific esports company. There are so many different opportunities when it comes to esports. Of course, you need to know a little bit about gaming or quite a lot about gaming. If you want to be a player again, you have to definitely know your thing and know how to play your games. But for those of you who spend hours and hours in your weekend gaming, why not start looking into esports? Why not take it up a level? Why not add a little bit of pressure and find out what you can do? Because while we're all sitting at home in a pandemic, yeah, I know there's going to be a lot of gamers out there, but for those of you who do not know, and there's a lot of people who watch this channel from different ages, esports is getting bigger. Esports competitions are getting larger, more traction, more people getting involved. It only increases the competition, but also increases the money. So could you be that person who likes doing esports, gets into it and starts making some money off it? Could you be the person who starts streaming on Twitch? Who knows? It's up to you guys, but there are definitely possibilities out there. Over the past few years, we've definitely been seeing esports start growing, getting larger. 5 years ago, we didn't really know what it was. Now, 2021, we're seeing a lot of it. We're seeing a lot about, if you just type in esports into Google, or you type in esports into social media, you'll find a lot of profiles with a large following. For those of you who have played Fortnite, well, back in 2019, 2018, you had a lot of people streaming Fortnite games on Twitch, even on YouTube. But yeah, that's one example. But like I said, there are many different ways you can get into esports and also make yourself some money. Again, if you have good connections, if you know what you're doing, if you know about management, check out being a shoutcaster, producer, or an events manager. There are possibilities when it comes to esports. There's a lot of money being put into that sector. And I do believe there's another sector which is going to continue to grow throughout 2021. So the world is constantly changing, people, and it's obvious that there's a lot of opportunities for us to make money. Not only because Biden's in office, not only because we're in a pandemic, not only because we have social media, but the fact that there's a lot of things that are becoming more decentralized, like cryptocurrency. There's a lot of things that are becoming more clean, more healthy, more based on energy. All of these things are important. The digital world is continuing to adapt. The digital world is continuing to grow. Autonomous driving, autonomous production, autonomous processes. All these things are affecting how our world is. All of these things are changing around us, and you shouldn't get left behind. But not only should you not get left behind, you should adapt and also try and make some money where it's possible. I know a lot of you guys out there have these real life skills, and you guys can use these to your benefit. There are definitely opportunities, like I mentioned. It's just up to you to decide what sector you want to go into. There's nothing wrong with investing in certain stocks from these sectors, and there's also nothing wrong with diving into these hot sectors and trying something out on a social media, for example. When it comes to health and nutrition, for example, there are many people out there who want to learn this stuff. People want to learn about keto, people want to learn about weight loss, people want to learn about all sorts of things. If you've not gained any experiences, gain experiences. If you've gained experiences, show what you've done. I'm telling you guys, people want to learn about this in this day and age. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys do appreciate the efforts. And if you guys do appreciate the efforts, make sure to drop that thumbs up. It's definitely appreciated. Also make sure to comment on these videos, share them with a friend or family member, and also hit the red button below, that beautiful red button, so you can subscribe for more videos like this. Like I mentioned, these videos do take a lot of time and also research, so any of the support is always appreciated. Lastly, make sure you guys check out last video. I uploaded my week 2 results from my 0 to 100k challenge, and soon the week 3 results will also be out. Apart from that, thank you guys so much for today's video. That's it from me. I got one in the making, you got hot sectors to be exploring. See you guys next time for another video. Peace.